Hey everybody, today I've got a Cliff Bar, and I'm gonna eat it. There are 3 new generations of people in my mind. This is an indisputable fact featured in this week's issue of Bible Weekly. There's the people who are about 18 to 20 now who started out with limited electronics. Maybe a family computer that could at most visit browsers, but not much else. Secondly, there are the kids who are about 15 to 18 right now who are introduced to the iPod Shuffle with a screen on it, you know the one, at a relatively early age. They listen to Dynamite and Thrift Shop without a care in the world, not understanding the lyrical genius of Macklemore. And finally, there are the children, the kids who are about 10 right now. The Dream Stands, the Tommy Innit shippers, the What's the Office? No, I don't know what macroeconomics are. Kids. Now, as for me, I was born in the first or maybe even the second group. Luckily, I had some time to learn what it meant to be meaningless in the grand scheme of things before getting my first iPad. Beaten down by the world, shamed by everybody. Nowadays, kids get projectile launched out to pussy into an Apple store. As much as I'd like to talk about generational differences and issues, I understand I am in no way qualified to fucking do that. Religion is a farce. Unlike the old fucks we all just believe in being sad. Now to go run up some PvZ garden warfare because I don't like change, and I have to keep reliving the same experiences to feel anything anymore. And back on the rails. Today we are talking about freemium games, which is good news. I can get rid of this boring ass Risk gameplay in the background. Worst game ever made, by the way. If I had to choose between Eternal Damnation and Family Risk Night, you know what I'm picking. Freemium games have plagued the App Store for years, and still do plague it today. Although these freemium games were more prevalent in the first 2 made-up generations. And just to get this out of the way, I know that nobody has uttered those words in about 100,000 years. The phrase freemium is so ancient I haven't heard anybody use it since Jetpack Joyride introduced Sam. If you know, you know. Uh-oh. Oh dear sweet God, if you exist, please don't let Mr. Carson, the YouTuber who deserves more money and woman than he already has, use a rhetorical question in this video. I have a massive phobia of rhetorical questions. I know it's a ridiculous scenario, so why did I use freemium in the title? Just cuz. Even though the word is about as relevant as Grandpa's catheter, it doesn't matter because it really describes these old games the best. A game that is free but requires money to gain access to certain features or just to make what the fuck, the Cliff Bar? A game that is free but requires money to gain access to certain features or just to make it playable in general. Brace yourselves, I'm about to enter the nostalgia section of your brain. Ugh. Do you have to? Yes, I fucking have to, you dumb little bitch baby. Dragon Vale, My Singing Monsters, Clash of Clans. These games all kinda go the same way. The beginning of the game, or the tutorial for us gamers, is quite easy and makes the game feel like it's not going to suck the soul out of your body via fellatio. In these games, things take time. And at first, the time is not an issue whatsoever. 30 seconds? I can wait that long easy peasy. No, now you have to wait 18 hours to upgrade your archer tower from level 5 to level 6, and you're all out of gems. Oh fuck. Yes! Oh, I bred so many octopuses. Oh! And now I only have to wait 12 measly hours. So that's where the genius game design comes in. Do you think all of these Asian players got where they are because they waited like a good little cuck? No fucking way. They spent all of their savings, every penny from the second mortgage on the house, grandma's retirement, everything. Freemium games tend to have a couple in-game currencies, and there's always one that's harder to get than the rest. Most commonly, they are referred to as gems, and this is when things get morally questionable. These games prey on the weak, hardcore. I like to think of it like a crack dealer. Crack dealers act all nice, saying things like, the first one's free, no worries. My friend, there are many worries. Why would the first dose be free? Out of the kindness of his heart, or because he knows you'll come crawling back in 17 hours because you're just too sick of waiting? You want that Bogart more than you want to attend your best friend's funeral, so you buy the fucking trash can of gems. Look, it's actually double the value. If I buy 2 of these, it will give me more gems than the $100 one, and be the same price. Snap. snap out of it. There are plenty of timeless stories of how people's dumb fuck children ruin their lives because they bought too many gems. Imagine being able to say without a bit of falsity that your retirement is no more because of an app called Clash of Clans on your son's iPad. That's an extreme example, but the funniest thing to me is that I'm not bullshitting. There are numerous articles online containing angry parents talking about how these apps prey on children and steal money from them. I am honestly under the opinion that if you don't want to lose all of your money, you shouldn't raise a dumbass fucking kid. Let them know things are bad. Don't just ignore an issue. Tell your kids that these things are not good. Freemium games are designed to get money. Period. They don't give a flying fuck whose wallet they need to ransack. And honestly, who can blame them? Theoretically, you can play these games through and through for free. It would take 1,000 fucking years, but you can do it! You can do it! It's up to you, the player, to decide to spend money, and that's the most genius part. Fuck you if you're gonna blame these companies. If you took that coding class in high school, you do the same thing. Blame yourself for once. Stop writing these articles talking about these apps, and just realize you took the L. Honestly, I'm switching sides now. The world runs on money, and if this is a good way to get it, then fuck yeah. I'll trick a few dumbass kids. That was and has been the mindset for freemium game developers. In my generation, as I have deemed it, there were many of these games, all doing the same shit, leaving a path of destruction in their bloody wake. The thing is, I don't really give a fuck. I was never stupid enough to spend a shit ton of money on these obviously misleading games. Even back then, I knew these games were entirely bullshit. I think one time the freemium cancer spread through my body, and I asked my mom if I could buy some food in Dragon Vale or some shit. Worst day of my life. But other than that, I was a goddamn prodigy at not spending money. So yeah, that's basically what I think of the millennia-old gaming genre known as freemium. I'm a capitalist through and through, so it's kinda obvious that I don't care about this shit. It's sorta like don't hate the player, hate the game situation. All you had to do was check your son's iPad and put some passwords on the money. And honestly, how do you not have passwords? Like, I just really want to know. I understand that nobody has ever asked me to make this video and that it is not a problem for a single soul on the planet anymore because games have become even shittier somehow. But I don't care. I thought it might be fun to take a look at this sort of thing. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded recently. I'm currently struggling so fucking hard to come up with ideas. It's 6:21 and I came up with the idea for this video earlier today. I've been sitting on my ass for like 7 days just desperately trying to come up with something, like a washed up M&M. So as soon as I got any sort of idea, I just went for it. If you have any ideas that don't suck ass, then please comment them down below. Unless it's about A4. I know of his existence. I've seen the comments, or I mean, at least a couple of the comments from people. I'm just not gonna fuck with that. I am and will always try my best to bring you guys content, and don't forget it. Again, unless it's about A4, in which case I will never try. I will not try to do that. They don't taste the best, but I like them.